Did Bruce Lee really defeat a Kenpo Karate Grandmaster with just one punch?
Who told you that?
Or is this another tall tale floating through the internet along with all the other fake stories about Bruce Lee? What's up, y'all? My name is Prince and this is Goldenbell Training. Today I want to take you guys on a journey through the myths, legends, and real stories that surround Bruce Lee. Since I mentioned myths first, there's one particular story that stands out right now that's pretty controversial. So 2 years ago, a story surfaced that described an encounter in the late 1960s where Bruce Lee was challenged by a Kenpo Karate Grandmaster at a tournament. The story of the fight, if it's even true, could add to the list of tales about Bruce Lee's incredible speed and power. And as a matter of fact, there was a recent discovery in the form of supposedly lost footage that could shed even more light on this alleged confrontation. Now, is this the evidence that could change what all of the naysayers think about Bruce Lee? Or is this just another poorly concocted tale by the fanboys who want to believe that Bruce Lee was a real-life Super Saiyan? In this video, I'm not just recounting myths and legends. I'm going to take a deep dive into this alleged encounter. The truth behind what really happened between Bruce Lee and the so-called Grandmaster Baxter awaits. So let's jump in and unravel the mystery that'll change everything you thought you knew about this fight that's grabbed the attention of so many Bruce Lee fans here on YouTube. Well, about 2 years ago, YouTube was set on fire by a Bruce Lee story that was so crazy that it nearly captured the attention of 1 million viewers. Bruce Lee destroys Karate Grandmaster with one punch. A video by the Beardy Bruce Lee Central YouTube channel had Bruce Lee fans in a crazy spin cycle of disbelief and awe. Now, according to Beardy, his source, a karate teacher by the name of Holmes, provided him with pictures and a story about an incident where Bruce Lee faced off against a Kenpo Karate Grandmaster who was simply named Baxter, and the confrontation ended with a single devastating punch.
This story comes from a guy, a Kenpo Karate legend, Holmes. The photo and the story comes from him. He was there when this happened.
Beardy's video paints this picture where Bruce Lee is given a demonstration at a karate tournament. Now, as told by Holmes, the alleged eyewitness, a challenge arose from Baxter's skepticism towards Bruce Lee's techniques, which led to an unbelievable demonstration of power and skill, which resulted in Baxter being flattened by Bruce Lee's 1-inch punch. Now, sadly, Holmes only provided Beardy with a few pictures from the incident. One picture of Baxter being felled by Bruce Lee, and then this other picture where Baxter sat on the stage looking like he'd been hit by a truck following the confrontation with Bruce Lee. Well, as it turns out, there's a sequel to this story, and this time, Beardy gives an even closer look at Bruce Lee's skill through the supposed footage of the alleged encounter, which offers us all a glimpse of Bruce Lee's real-life skill beyond the movies. But here's a question for you guys. Why does this story, like many others about Bruce Lee's fights, captivate us as Bruce Lee fans? Is it the allure of the impossible? Is it our human desire to believe in heroes who transcend the ordinary limits and wield powers beyond the realm of ordinary people? But more importantly, how does the embellishment of Bruce Lee's life impact his legacy and the martial arts community at large? I mean, me commenting and debunking these fake stories about Bruce Lee, it's more than just about separating the facts from the fiction. It's an attempt to honor the real legacy of Bruce Lee and to ensure that his real achievements are recognized and are not tarnished by these sensational stories that are floating around YouTube. Well, as usual, look, y'all, this is another story in the long line of Bruce Lee bull jive that Beardy is known to deliver. And of course, like usual, I fact-checked everything he said.
Because we understood that this was clearly lying.
Now, as the tale of Bruce Lee's confrontation with Grandmaster Baxter unraveled, it revealed something interesting that might actually interest real Bruce Lee fans. Now, of course, the most obvious thing behind this fake story, it's right there in Beardy's thumbnail. We all know that the person being thrown by Bruce Lee is not Kenpo Karate Grandmaster Baxter, but it's none other than Dan Inosanto, Bruce Lee's close friend and student. He was a practice partner in a demonstration, and I might want to add that that thumbnail actually made that in a video where I was responding to one of Beardy's fake stories. But here's where things get even more interesting. So the footage that Beardy claimed to be the video of Baxter attacking Bruce Lee, that is not a fight, but it's an exhibition of some of Bruce Lee's techniques that he wasn't really known for. That's if the extent of your Bruce Lee knowledge comes from people like Joe Rogan. So this secret tournament fight that Holmes said he witnessed, look, that story is completely fallen apart, and left in its place is a real story about Bruce Lee's commitment to sharing his very revolutionary ideas on the martial arts in the late 1960s. So as the myth of Grandmaster Baxter fades, let's give way to the real story. The guy in the second picture, the one where he's sitting on stage, he's the same guy in Bruce Lee's punching demonstration, and the same guy in the 1-inch punch demonstration, and the same guy in the demonstration receiving the arm bar and those takedowns from Bruce Lee. That guy is not a Kenpo Karate Grandmaster named Baxter. He doesn't even study Kenpo Karate. His name is Jack Dutcher, and he was a dedicated student of Taekwondo under Jun Rhee. This demonstration all occurred at Jun Rhee's National Karate Tournament in 1967. So hearing that Bruce Lee was not only performing his usual demonstration of his punching speed, his 2-finger push-ups, and the 1-inch punch, but he was also showing off various holds and takedowns, that should add a deeper appreciation to Bruce Lee's legacy. Now, although, look, it would be cool if Bruce Lee actually had gotten into a scrap with a high-ranking Kenpo practitioner at one of these tournaments for everybody to witness, it actually pales in comparison to the true story of Bruce Lee and how he was able to spark interest in the martial arts after his passing. And he was able to change the way that many people train martial arts even to this day. It's sad that these fake stories overshadow Bruce Lee's real contributions to the martial arts training and philosophy. Bruce Lee's real fight was against breaking barriers, challenging the status quo, and inspiring people to pursue personal excellence. Now, what's even worse about these fake stories is that they make it difficult for people to accept the real stories, like the time that Bruce Lee actually sparred with a heavyweight boxing contender. And I shared this story recently, and people were in such disbelief that the video got a lot of comments that that story can't be true, even though it is. The boxer who sparred with Bruce Lee is the source of the story, and he went on to even study Jeet Kune Do after he hung up his boxing gloves. So look, y'all, if you want to hear even more Bruce Lee myths get deflated, well, I got just the thing for you. Check out What Really Happened When Bolo Yeung Challenged Bruce Lee, where I dissect and debunk even more of Beardy's outrageous claims about Bruce Lee. Also, you guys should stay tuned for more videos because I'm starting a new series to document everything that I know about Bruce Lee's time in Hong Kong as a teenager, up to the real reason why he returned to America. And trust me, it's not what you've heard or even seen in any of the movies. I promise you'll be surprised. So make sure you're subscribed, and you might want to enable that notification bell so you don't miss anything that's coming in this new series. But on that note, hey, y'all keep training, remember to breathe, and come back and holler at me on the next video.